We're live. We're looking there, right?
We're looking over there.
To the blackness. Yeah.
The best start to any live stream ever. Where am I looking? Where am I?
Where's my hands?
Hello,
everybody. Is this working? Is the sound working?
The reason why we're all scatterbrained is we're obviously in a different setting here. Actually, we're looking through a teleprompter, which has nothing on it right now.
I feel we're crooked.
We're probably a little bit crooked.
We're a little crooked.
We are all over the place here.
Okay, yeah, we need to level this out. I feel like I'm falling. No, I'm falling this way. Okay.
She's falling.
I'm falling.
All right, we got 8 people live. Hello.
Hey guys.
Let's not worry about the little crookedness.
I'm gonna worry about it all the time.
There you
all
go.
The time.
And it's fixed.
Okay.
Kind of fixed.
Yeah.
Why don't you get us started, Susie?
Hey guys, how are you doing? So we went live about 2 weeks ago, and it was really fun to chat with everybody and engage again. And I made a tracker this week. So we're going to get onto that, and that's why we're actually going live again today, because of the tracker. But first of all, our first fun question for today.
So much to cover.
Yeah, so much to cover. We're like, why are we going live? And then we're like, oh, we have so much to talk about. So number one is, should we or should we not get Disney annual passes? All right. So as Florida residents, we get a little bit of a discount. They don't have a plethora of different annual passes to pick from. There used to be like 5 different levels. Now they just have this one level, which it means you can only go on weekdays. And there's a ton of block out days, but which is fine because we'd prefer to go when other people don't or want to go. So we go on like lower popular times, which is perfect. So I can pick them up after school and then take them to Disney for a couple hours and then come home. Should we get the passes or not?
Yeah, between the two of us, Susie's definitely more on the yes side. I'm on the do whatever you want side, but I don't really want to have anything to do with it. I'm not really a huge Disney fan. I don't know. I don't see the appeal.
We met at Disney.
Well, I like the sentimental value of it, but I don't like to go there and wait 4 hours in line to ride a 90-second ride.
Oh, it's so fun. It's the whole atmosphere.
I don't know. And now you're right. We're also still a little bit crooked.
We're crooked. Are they saying that? Okay. Is that where the comments are? Can you put the comments over there?
Comments over here.
Oh, you can't put them over there, right?
I can do anything.
No, I mean like right there where we're supposed to be looking, no?
There's no actual screen there. It's just a piece of glass.
Oh, yes.
I haven't plugged the glass in.
Okay. Cool.
All kinds of fun new things we're learning over here.
Hey, Riley. Hi, Angela.
Yeah.
Hi, Health Toolbox.
That's awesome.
Oh, heck yeah, you should. I have yearly passes to 3 different places here. It saves my booty with the kids.
Probably saves your body, too, from chasing them. Well, I guess you still chase them around the park.
Saves me money, then yes, get the passes normally. If you go more than once a year, then yes, get the pass. Hey, y'all, can't wait to hear the updates. Are you hiring?
Ooh,
we should be hiring.
Probably should be.
We should, but...
That's one of our downsides, is I think we end up doing too much just ourselves, and we probably we could serve more if we hired more. But that's a topic for another day.
Yes.
We'll keep you in mind, Candace.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. So Deanna says, I'm not a Disney fan either. LOL, dislike the lines for the 5-year-old.
Yeah. I know, like, it's not going to be forever. The girls are 6 and almost 8 now, so they're, like, perfect ages for Magic Kingdom to go and see the fireworks and have an ice cream. We'll probably pack a little lunch so we don't have to buy Disney food all the time, which is ridiculously delicious but expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're still so frugal.
That's how we roll. It's always served us well. Highly recommend frugality for anybody. Alrighty, so thank you for that. I think that we will... pray on it, but we're probably going to end up getting him. I never win these battles. Not that they're really a battle, but...
It's just fun.
It's just fun.
It's just fun.
I love it. And then also y'all can go, and I can be here and I can tinker.
Yeah, so I can take the kids to Disney, and John can continue working, and I can go have fun at Disney.
More videos need to be recorded, John. Update another course.
Thank you.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't we?
That's a good question.
Yes.
That's a good question.
Wouldn't we?
All right. So we also have like 9 bullet points. We'll go through rather rapid fire. But if you have any questions, just open discussion. It's a Friday. We really want to get back to doing lives more frequently. So shoot any questions you have. We'll put them up on the screen and chat with you. But we have a bunch of fun little things to go through.
Yeah.
I'll kick one off.
Sure. Kick it.
So in the last live stream we did together, we talked about the conversion we were doing between Teachable and Thrivecart. And we, at the time... It was stressful. It was stressful. It was a little bit like, are we doing the right thing here? And you guys gave us the constitution, the power to kind of push through, and thank you for that. So the process is all done, and a lot of you, of our students, have emailed us asking how we did that. So I should have included a link somewhere, but I recorded a full YouTube video kind of dissecting the entire move, and a lot of people have said it's very helpful. So if you are thinking about ThriveCart Learn, if you're launching courses as well, or if you just want to see kind of how we went through that big of a process, it was significant. It was a big process, and that's all documented on our YouTube channel that you're probably watching right now, so you can get to it there.
Yes, it was a very big process. But now that we're in it, there's not a lot of student confusion or problems that we're getting as we're now in the system. So the transition was it was work to do, but now everything is pretty darn smooth. We haven't had any like login issues or password issues. Like everything's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think there's always going to be things we button up and tie up loose ends and things like that. And we actually covered that in the video about like how do you finally like finish the loop of all this. Yeah. So we're going through some of that, but I think largely our fears of like making any sort of change, I think is largely a change for the better.
I thought it was going to be a big, like we're going to have weeks worth of support tickets, but it was pretty much done after you did it.
Yes.
That was great.
And everybody here is saying happy wife, happy life. So I totally agree with all of you.
Thank you.
What's the next update, Susie?
We have somebody from France. So bonjour, comment allez-vous? See, I see it works off like
it's awesome.
The French I used and I learned.
I love crepes. I don't know the Ricky Bobby here's the movie.
Little flat pancakes.
Just say you like little flat pancakes. Oh, I love those things. They're delicious. No, I'll never say it. Sorry.
All right, so I'll do an update. All right, so something new that's in Canva is they can create tables now, which that was one of the biggest things why I still love PowerPoint so much. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why I love PowerPoint. It's just so easy to use. But if you're not a PowerPoint fan, then Canva now can create tables, which is a huge time saver because previously you were like making a little box and box and box and then like trying to align them. And now you can create tables and columns and rows and color coordinate them and change the spacing. So it's much easier to create really cool workbooks and printables. I do have a new YouTube video on that on my channel, so you guys can go check that out. Pretty awesome feature.
Fantastic. And I'm seeing a lot of questions coming in. Thank you so much. Keep putting the questions in there. We're going to go through some of our updates, and I'm starring all the questions. We'll come back to and answer all the questions at the end. Okay?
Sure.
So great. Keep them coming. All right, next big update. We'll go ahead and start with this one is looking for feedback. We moved into a different room, a different house, a whole bunch of moves we're doing in 1 month. We're so excited for March to like chill out. So let me know, is this working for us? And your mom is calling. You can't, guys, she's not picking up for her mom. Everybody send, just kidding.
Call her back in 10 minutes.
She can't wait that long. So let us know. We're tinkering around. We're trying to figure it out, get something where Susie has her space to record. I've got my space as well, but setting this up where we can be more productive. So any feedback, let us know. What should I do up here in this little blank space? It's not working for us. So let us know, and we're appreciating all your ideas.
If you guys ever watch my YouTube videos or course videos, you can see I'm not too concerned about the backdrop. I'm pretty much fine if there's kids' toys behind me or it's messy, as long as the content is really good and the sound's good that we're delivering. I always feel like that's just kind of been part of our life. You can see the background. There's toys and kids' stuff and boxes, but John can look a little bit more professional than my stuff.
Oh, our last videos have been like boxes everywhere in the background. At least now the boxes are behind the camera.
Yeah.
And so, because if you were to see the other side of this, it's a total mess. So let us know if you can hear us, see us, and any ideas on how we can make this better.
Awesome. All right. So another big update is I just emailed all the Blog by Number students this morning that I added a new lesson on advanced keyword research to Blog by Number. It's in 10th grade. So if you are in the course, then you know it's divided up into different grades. Go into 10th grade or go check the email that I sent this morning. It is awesome. So this is the method. I never really wanted to push it that much in Blog by Number because it uses an expensive tool. But I'm like, there are some of my students that have been in this course for a long time. They're still looking for ways to grow their blog. So it is my obligation to share this method. So it's in there. And it's a great way to find really low competition, high volume keywords that then you can target and write blog posts really fast with AI like Jasper, Write Faster with Jasper. If you guys don't know what that is, it's an artificial intelligence tool that we use to help crank out content faster. And if you're in Blog by Number, it's all in there. 10th grade, go check it out. If you don't have the Blog by Number course yet, we do have a small coupon for the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's
expires tomorrow.
Expires tomorrow. Because you guys are here on the live, we're only announcing it here. It's called Studio, Studio. So Studio. You can use it for 25% off Blog by Number.
Or Course by Number, which goes into the next one there. But before I do that, that was a really good segue, but I just have to show this to you. Angela says, girl, you better pick up for your mother. Excuse yourself in the room and answer that phone.
She's on a golf course right now. She's just checking in on if I'm going to check in on our dog later. So
she's checking in on if we're checking in.
Yes,
that's how that works.
Mothers work.
Yep, we got it.
Check in if you're going to go check in.
All right, so the segue, which we'll kind of stick with there, is we made updates to Blog by Number, but also I made some updates to Course by Number. You know, kind of going with the theme of ThriveCart. I put in, I think, an additional 3 hours of content for no charge. Everybody who's currently a student has access to it. It was so much content because I really wanted to make sure that this was the one place you needed to go to, or like the only place you needed to go to for ThriveCart Learn. Mm-hmm. So I added all that in. We actually gave it its own grade. It's like grade 9.5. Because if you're one of our students, which you probably are, you know, we kind of grade things out. And
make it easier to go through.
There was too much to put that just into the tech area. So we gave it its own spot, and that can walk you through most questions, which I'm seeing some ThriveCart questions here. We'll definitely cover those by the end of the video.
Yeah, so Course by Number and Blog by Number both have the Studio coupon that's 25% off for the next 24 hours. Yeah. All right, what's the next one?
Did you go through Blog by Number course updates?
Yeah, I just did that.
Okay, and so, sorry, I was reading comments.
You were thinking
I was thinking about your mom. I was like, she's worried.
That's fine. I'll go into our tracker accountability. Is that okay?
Sounds good.
All right, so super simple tracker that John and I created. Just how do we stay accountable every week to these are the 6 things we need to do every single week. And even after being in this business for years, we still need to keep ourselves accountable. And we can fall into of like, oh, we're lazy, we don't want to do it, it's a beautiful day, let's go outside. So we have a very like simple tracker, and you can go see in the YouTube video that I created on Canva tables. I share it there and you can kind of see the example of what it is. But just to keep us on track to do these 6 items, like go live, do a couple videos, create a blog post, email your list. Literally that simple.
Yeah.
And that's just to show it doesn't have to be so complicated to grow this online business and to serve your audience. You just have to stay consistent and really honestly do like the stuff. It's not boring. It's not boring stuff, but you just have to do it consistently and then show up for your audience that hopefully we are doing now.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's just about creating value. Somebody I look up to, he says that the amount of money you make is just directly proportionate to the amount of goodwill and value you give out in the world. So we've been a little quiet the last couple of months. Yeah. Obviously, life has been busy. Our personal lives have been rather hectic. So now we're getting to that stage of just like hunkering down and getting back to the basics of serving you guys the best way we can.
And updating all the courses all the time now.
Oh, yeah. And so, good segue as well. Mm-hmm. I was supposed to add on, when she was talking about the Blog by Number updates, some of you who are going through Blog by Number are struggling with Search Console, which, if you don't know what that is, it's basically how do you get a new website to start showing up on Google faster. So I went through and I revamped that entire section, added some more content to help on the technical side. It's not too crazy, but there were some updates that were made on Google side. So all that is new and also included for anybody who's a Blog by Number student, or if you take us up with coupon code STUDIO, you'll get all that as well for Search Console, SEO plugins, things like that are updated inside of Blog by Number.
A lot of SEO stuff went back into it.
Yep. Next one is kind of like a together little.
That was fun. Yeah,
that was fun. So
exhausted me though.
Susie and I sat down at the kitchen table the other day and recorded the first 4 or 5 episodes of our podcast. So it is going to be more so my baby because I love reaching out to software founders or entrepreneurs and kind of doing that interview thing. I love learning from people that are higher up than where we are. So we launched the Unbeatable Tech podcast. If you go to unbeatabletech.com/podcast, you'll see the most barren page ever, but it has the podcast player there.
Yes.
So we are examples of don't wait for it to be perfect to launch.
Yeah.
I had a few episodes. I have several interviews in the hopper, so I just needed to get something up. So it's there. It'll be on Apple Podcasts soon, but you can check it out there. And I'm super excited. It's super fun to hear Susie's backstory. If you haven't dove deep into the South Africa backstory, we cover all that in her interview.
Yeah, and then I turned to the tables turned, and then I interviewed John, and I learned more things about like your backstory too. So it was kind of eye-opening for either one of us, even though we've lived through it with each other, but hearing kind of deeply, okay, what transition went through when you retired and came home and the whole process and all that work. It was really fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. But like John said, it's going to be his baby because podcasting and interviewing people drains me. After we did those 4 episodes, just talking to my husband, I had to go lay down. I'm like, I'm just going to take a nap.
She was slurring a little bit.
I'm like, I'm so tired. I cannot do anymore. And John's like, let's go interview somebody else. I'm like, I cannot. I gotta go sleep.
And I was all fired up because I think the prior 2 days before we recorded, I interviewed the CEO of a funnel company, which I'm super excited to release and to learn more about, as well as I was interviewed on a different company's website the day before that. So I like that stuff.
You're good at that stuff. I am a little bit more of an introvert. All right, let's go into anything else?
Let's see here.
Or are we going to comments?
I think that's probably good for the updates. That's the major ones.
Cool. Okay. Let's do it.
And we got 40 people live, which is phenomenal.
Sweet. Well,
Thank you,
I had
guys.
no idea where to see that number. I'm like looking around like, where? How do I see how many people are on? Are 3 people on? 4? Maybe 5.
Alrighty, so we're gonna transition into all your comments. I've been starring some favorites, but also just as a final reminder, coupon code STUDIO. If you haven't picked up Blog by Number or Course by Number yet, they are 25% off for about 24 hours.
Yeah, thank you guys for showing up on the live for that. We want to kind of, if you take the time to show up, here's a little thank you.
Exactly.
All right, and then also your questions. Let's go into that.
Alrighty, let's go into the favorites first.
That's cool. You can favorite them?
Yeah, just found that out.
The Mental Health Toolbox. Is $47 too much to charge for a mini course, 4 to 6 hours? No, I don't think it is. Not with inflation. No, it's great. It's actually fine to charge it out. John would say, how much value are you giving to the person? Are you giving them $47 worth of value or more? Then you can charge that. 47 is also good. If it's like a mini course, a small course you can start with, you can then discount it for flash sales or little promotions. I think that's a great place to start.
Yeah, Susie's right. I think so often people will try to correlate the price to the amount of stuff that's in the course. But let me ask you this way. If I could teach you how to make $10,000, let's just obviously, okay, let's say I can teach you how to get some result in your business.
Lose 10 pounds overnight.
If I could teach you how to lose 10 pounds, but no time period yet.
Oh, okay. No.
Would you rather lose those 10 pounds over the course of 100 hours of video content? Or if I could tell you like the 4 things to do and you can lose the 10 pounds, which one do you value higher? Like personally, we all have enough to do. I don't think that more stuff is necessarily better. I think getting the result faster is extremely valuable.
Yeah.
So, good question.
And yes, I would pay $47 for that.
Angela says, maybe I'm missing it, but does ThriveCart display the percentage of completion of the course you're in? I find that so helpful and encouraging as I work through the course on Teachable.
I see it as a creator. Do they see it as a student?
Yes. So ThriveCart has like 3 or 4 different ways of laying out the course. And I know on this sidebar way, so if you're the creator, you're setting this up, when you're looking at the sidebar, I believe at the very top, where it has like the course image, the logo, right below it should have a progress bar that shows the progress on the course. I think so. Okay.
Because as the creator, I can see the completion rates of my students.
Mm-hmm.
I'll log in as a student and go check that too.
Yeah, I think so. All right, next one. Let's just get this one off. Do you know how to place digital signatures within the documents? Ooh. So are you referring to like signing contracts, like DocuSign type of signatures? Give us some feedback on that one.
It might be printables.
How? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what can you send us an example of what you're
trying
to do?
Let us know. If you're asking about like how to get people to sign documents, get yourself a software like either DocuSign, which is expensive, or you could let us know what you're asking before we start going off on a tangent there. All right. Oh, all right, you did that one. Okay. Reassuring, worry about your background being too boring, multi-purpose room, kids playroom. Yeah, I think also your backdrop and like your style is dependent on the audience you're serving.
Definitely.
So, men audiences tend to be a little critical.
Yeah,
like there's a certain they're quick to go out in those comment sections and be mean if something's not quite right.
But as an audience that I serve of moms, actually seeing a messy background is way more relatable than if everything was perfect and they're like, "Oh my gosh, our house is gorgeous." It's not. It's a mess, and there's boxes everywhere, and there's toys everywhere, and there's clothes, and I like to really just be honest and truthful, like that. This is my life, and hey, I had a moment to make a video, and I'd rather take that time to do the video than to go clean the house for the 4th time.
For sure. And not saying this is dishonest. I literally love that's one of my favorite games right there. It's Catan, Settlers of Catan.
It is fun. And then Pokemon right next to it.
Is that? Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's a Pokemon.
I'm reliving my young age with my daughter. She's going to see it, and then she's going to
be like, let's play.
Yeah.
Right now.
Our biggest daughter, biggest girl, she loves Pokemon. John, how many hours would you estimate it took to migrate every course to Thrivecart? Oof, great question. I'll give you more like a lesson by lesson estimate because it obviously depends on how big the course is, right? So to move the lessons over, I would say it probably took about 30 seconds to a minute per lesson. And that was once I found a rhythm and a groove. And so in the video, I kind of walk through that whole process because there's like several different processes to go through, like moving the lessons over, then moving the students over and communicating to the students and all of that. So it's not just like a one-off thing, but to actually just like get the work done of moving the courses over, you find a groove. Watch an old TV show. The biggest thing that could take time is if you need to download the video lessons off of Teachable and upload them somewhere else. That's going to be dependent on your internet and all that stuff, but not too bad. A lot of copying and pasting.
Yeah, it took you. We did the lessons moving over back in November, and then we finally did the students moving over just recently.
Yeah. Angela, the room is kind of dark. Agreed. Working on that.
Sad. Oh, no.
I don't want you to feel sad. You love the bright sticky tabs, so maybe you can make another post sticky.
I love my sticky tabs. I'm going to put that behind my background. This is John's background.
Yeah, this is going to be more on my side. Susie has a whole bunch of other fun stuff.
My background is so white. It's so beautiful.
No, I'm jealous.
Right. But it's very backlit, so we'll see. But thank you, Angela. I really appreciate that.
Really good feedback. All right, now I'm scrolling through again. All right, so going through here.
Course by number updates have been so helpful. Thank you, John.
Oh,
the green
good.
one. Thank you, Riley.
Thank you, Riley. Appreciate that.
Oh, I took your comment.
Yes, add some green plants. I do want some plants. There needs to be some plants there. Don't you laugh over there. I see you laughing. I think my mom-in-law likes me.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, here's a cool question. Angela, John, can you try to sum up the differences between Freedom by Number versus Blog by Number course? I purchased it, but I haven't had the chance to get into it yet because I'm finishing up Blog by Number. Fantastic question.
I've never had those two confused.
Well, here we go. Let's clarify it.
Yeah.
So the way I would think about it is Freedom by Number is kind of like the backbone that the business is built on, and then all the different aspects, like if you want to grow your business through blogging or through printables or through course selling, those are all like branches of the tree, I guess.
Yeah.
So Freedom by Number is kind of the high level. The reason why we created it was so many people would go through Blog by Number, but they're like, we could tell they couldn't see the forest for the trees. They were in this one area, but then to zoom out and see like, how does this whole digital product business work?
Yeah.
That connecting those dots needed something to serve that purpose. And so Freedom by Number kind of, it's not going to be super tactical. It's going to be a little bit higher level, but it's going to show you how every different aspect of the business works together, fits together, and grows.
It's really eye-opening. That's what a lot of our students have said, that they were so stuck in the details of blogging or the details of creating printables, and then they forgot to see how the whole business works. So reading the Freedom by Number ebook really kind of clarified that for them. And it gave me a lot of like tidbits too. I'm like, oh yeah, we should be doing this. And then it's like reteaching yourself of like, oh, okay, this is what we should do. So it's awesome.
Back to the basics.
Yeah.
Henry says hello.
Hello, Henry. My cousin's online. Yay.
Aw. Oh, thank you, Bonnie, for making the purchase.
Appreciate it.
Let's see. Oh, yes, Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. When John said, let's do 50% off, I'm like, no. And John was like, let's do it. I'm like, Okay. So we had to hard stop and cut that off because that was so generous.
Well,
you were awesome.
I was trying to make sure you were nervous about the whole transition.
I was nervous.
So this was kind of we didn't know if we were making a mistake.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of where that came from. But
no, it was an awesome decision. Thank you.
Several people emailed after asking if they could get it, and we're like, sorry.
But now we have 25% off today, so yay. All good.
I
don't know what that is.
Yeah. I love it though. Yay, podcast. Hooray, hooray.
Yay.
So you guys let us know when Susie needs to get back on the podcast, and we'll make sure
Thank you, Joe.
Combine a lot there.
That's awesome.
Love podcasts.
Would you be having course party? Not yet.
So certainly not there yet.
No.
I don't know if that's going to be our expertise or specialty. We're figuring it out.
Maybe
right
in
now.
4 years when we're experts at it.
What we don't want to be is the people that teach something before we know it ourselves.
Yeah.
So we don't want to become a...
No, we're going to go out and learn it.
Hey, WP Tonic, good to see you again, buddy.
Hey. Okay, that one we saw. Okay, somehow duplicating them.
Or it's scrolling it for us.
Get now or wait until I get more to offer.
Learn Plus. Oh, is Learn Plus something you should get now? The way I say it, in the course, in course by number, the updates. Sorry, not the way I see it. In course by number, I say it. I think the big thing is going to come down to what features do you need, and not what features do you want. What features do you need? What I mean by that is specifically for our migration. If you already have students elsewhere, you're probably going to want to be able to import them in all at one time instead of having to like go one by one and add people over. That's a feature that they wisely put on the Plus platform because a lot of people are going to need that feature. But the other stuff, you could probably pass.
The affiliate program?
Well, this is where it gets a little confusing. She's talking about Learn Plus, which is an upgrade of the Learn platform, which is separate from ThriveCart Pro. ThriveCart Pro is the selling.
Right, but okay, so that is where you need the affiliate program.
Yeah.
I thought I have to get Learn Plus 2 to have the affiliate program.
I need to talk to ThriveCart and like, guys, we got to clarify this because a lot of people have that conception of like Plus and Pro, ThriveCart. So the way it works, ThriveCart, the selling platform, has 2 levels. Standard, which lets you sell stuff, and Pro, which lets you have the affiliate program, dunning, custom domains, all kinds of fun things. That's on the selling side. Once you have either of these, you have ThriveCart Learn, which is a free component of ThriveCart as a platform. But then you can go ThriveCart Learn Plus. So confusing.
They should call it Pro too. Maybe even more confusing.
Just call it Pro. So I would say upgrade when you need to on that one.
That's good. Thank you. Even I was confused.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh, yeah. So Riley, there are little things about the Learn platform that's not completely polished off yet. So one thing that one of the students emailed me and that we've emailed about them too is having the menu on the side be sticky so that there's 2 scroll bars and that when you scroll down, this one doesn't move as well. So little features like that, they'll probably improve in the next couple months.
Yeah, what's promising is we're seeing them roll out a lot of features and like improvements already. So I actually recorded a video that shows how to like customize the area where your students go into, brand it for yourself, the login page, registration page, several updates that they've really needed because when you go to the login page by default, it's like, So all that's fixed and getting better. So I'm confident it's going to keep up and become a really solid platform very quickly. Here's a good question. What is the best way to get feedback on the course from students? A couple different ways you could do this. Well, one, which we don't do, but some people do, is you could have a community for your students where you could engage with them. We personally find that email is a bit more of our style, and so we like to make ourselves accessible through email. So, but I know a lot of people just like having that community aspect, so that's an option for you, which we personally don't do. What's another way to get feedback from students?
You can have a beta launch where you can have a couple students go with you as you create the course or you launch it the first time. You can email them and ask for their feedback. Yeah. You can do a live like this where it's a closed live. It's a private link that you can send them and you can get their feedback.
You can also have an autoresponder where whenever somebody enrolls, you could support them through the course. And as they're going through, so let's say, for example, your course is a 30-day course. When they enroll, you could add them to, let's say, use ConvertKit, ActiveCampaign, whoever, add them on a 30-day email sequence, where not every day, but maybe every 4th, 5th, 6th day, you send them just a check-in. Hey, you guys, you should be here. By the way, how's the course? Click down below and let me know. You can send them to a Google form. You could just have them reply back to you. Different ways of just staying top of mind with them. And one last thing, sorry, all these ideas, is so if you want to see an example of this, like you can collect video testimonials pretty easily. There's systems out there. If you want to see an example of it, go to unbeatabletech.com/love is where I send people if they want to send some love my way. And the way it works is you can embed this into a lesson, and it's you saying a video, you ask them a question, and then there could be a button down below where they could actually record back a reply. That gets a little bit techie. You can stick with just email or community there, but several different ways of just being present. What are your thoughts connected to microlearning and courses? My thoughts are I need to drink and think on that one.
What is microlearning?
Yeah, we're gonna make sure our definitions are correct. I'm assuming you're saying like one-off like courses, like a 1-hour workshop versus a full-on courses. But let us know what you think about that, Jonathan.
Oh, okay. Bonuses. Well, not bonuses, coupon codes, because that's easier to create than a whole new bonus. So we do have coupon codes to both Blog by Number and Course by Number called Studio for 25% off, STUDIO. Look at me acing my spelling bee. 25% off for the next day because we added major updates to both Course by Number and Blog by Number. Both Course by Number got updates on the Learn Plus platform and how to do that, and Learn platform, right? Not just Learn Plus. And then Blog by Number got a new lessons on Google Search Console and on keyword research. So pretty awesome lessons there.
Sorry, I thought if I made that comment bigger, I would understand it. For security.
How do you add a digital signature so people don't...
There it is.
You're welcome.
Connect the dots there. All right, now you help me read it. Can you help me answer it?
No. I would just put a watermark and stuff. I don't know how to. Like, people will steal when they want to steal.
That is the true answer is if people want to. I mean, let's say for example, you have the best encryption in the world. You can go use loom.com or any sort of screen recorder, and people can do that. It stinks. I wish it was impossible to, like, it was possible to make it undoable, but it's not. But a couple things I would recommend you do is just don't make it so easy for them to take your stuff. And in Course by Number, we talk about video hosts because we didn't need to tell that because we talked Teachable before, which kind of does a pretty good job. But we are now teaching some video hosting options that do a very good job of doing all that. I don't know if it's digital signatures or whatever. It's like H5P protection. It's geeky stuff. Basically, it's the best you can do without fully shutting down people being bad people. So
yeah, I mean, some of our courses, my students email us, and our courses are pirated. Yeah, that's what they say, right? Mm-hmm. On different fraudulent websites, and it's probably like older versions or parts of the course. And when I see those, I file a complaint with Google, and hopefully eventually they take that website down if enough people do it. But like you can't 100% protect yourself. If people want to steal, they're going to steal, and there are bad people in the world. It's our job to just push forward and create as much goodwill in the world and keep the courses so crazy updated that wherever you see it sold anywhere else, it's a way old version.
Yeah, and just don't let those people live in your head rent free, as they say. Like, don't. It can get to you. I've seen people that would never launch a course because they need to find all these loopholes to plug, and I wouldn't worry about it so much. Why did you choose to move? Sorry, you might have missed that answer. In the video, so there's a video on my YouTube channel that says, I think it's Goodbye Teachable, how we moved to ThriveCart step by step. It wasn't meant to be like a shot. It was just because we keep getting the question about this. So in the beginning of that video, we it's been nice. You're such a geek. I love it. In the beginning of that video, we walked through the 4 reasons why we moved across. So I won't go into it here, but go check out that video. It's one of the latest ones on my channel.
short answer is we wanted to use a system that we highly recommend to our students.
Yeah. Yeah.
Digital watermark. Sorry.
So you can just, with any video editing software, you can put like a little icon or logo that says this is the Keto Goddess's content. But I mean, think about Napster, like, that's like 1990s, right? Like that's where you used to go and download music. Like if I don't know, Jay-Z can't protect his music, like we're not going to protect our stuff. Like I'm just saying, like let's just be honest here. There's a limit.
Okay, there probably is a way to do a digital watermark. Let me Google that and see how to do it. I've never done it on my printables. So.
Yeah, I don't even know. But wouldn't that get in the way of the thing? Like if it's a watermark, wouldn't that?
I mean, on your preview images, on your sales page or on your Etsy listing preview images, you can have a watermark on those, and then when they download it, they get the actual copy without the watermark. So. If you're scared of them taking screenshot off your sales page, but once they pay for it, they should be getting the actual product that they paid for.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tricky one. Next one. Saw an update to the legal pages in 3rd grade, but you haven't been able to go back to it yet. Does the upgrade include any disability accommodation settings?
Yeah, so there are some tips for that, but because we are not lawyers, I do direct you to the right person that we use and the templates where you can get from her that she wrote. She's a lawyer, and what she recommends to do for those disability accommodations.
Hello, fellow Floridian. So,
hey,
Jackie, specifically for you, Disney annual passes, yay or nay? Let us know. We need other Floridian advice as well. Candace asks, how have y'all seen changes for new bloggers versus 3 to 4 years ago? Is it more difficult to grow, get indexed, etc.?
No, it's easier. It's not easier to get indexed, but it's easier to create content. It's like, I don't know. I'm on fire with the updates that we just added to Blog by Number. So if I were to start over from scratch, like today, like a brand new blogger, this is exactly what I would do. I would get the Blog by Number course, would set up my blog. I would, once you have your blog up and your About Me page and just your basic couple pages up, right? Then I would go to the new lesson I just added, which I'm just so proud of it because that's exactly what I would do. And I would grab all those keywords, and then I would use Jasper to crank out content. I would write an article every single day and create really awesome content based on keywords that I know people are searching for. And then in 6 months, I would have a very solid email list. I would have traffic, and then I can monetize through affiliate marketing, through ads, or through with my email list through different products. It's not... There's different hards. Back in the day, it was easier to rank, but now it's easier to create amazing content. You have all these platforms that can help you just crank out content very easily. And then another thing, people are like, well, it's saturated. Blogging is saturated. Everything has been talked about. New topics come up all the time. So there's new trends. There's new things that people are searching for. That's a whole blue ocean again to go after.
And also, on that last point, I'll go back to something.
No, it's passionate about it.
No, it's totally right on. Also, yes, things have been written about. But guess what? If an article was written about it in 2017 and you write a better article in 2022, Google's going to lean more towards yours, again, once your website starts to get a little bit more aged and respected by Google. So, we'll speak from experience. We had tons of blog posts on our websites that were not kept up to date because it's just every new article becomes another asset that needs to be managed. Like you're a home, like you need to maintain that home, right? Sorry, I had to replace a toilet seat this morning, so like I'm just in the real world here, guys, right? So being able to maintain your posts and having out better content that's fresher is going to give you a huge leg up. And secondly,
that's a good point.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yours are good points too. I like that. So Google's doing this thing called EAT. They're looking for expertise, authority, and trust when they're ranking people. So in the beginning, don't get dismayed if it takes you a little while to get on that first page of Google. But here's the thing. If you're creating good, valuable content, you want this. Because what you used to be able to do 3-4 years ago, to go back to your original question, was to keyword stuff and do these things to try to game algorithms. And I firmly believe that if you just try to game an algorithm, you're going to lose because Google's getting smarter. They're slapping people that are doing things that are not quite right. So you just have to create good content consistently. And with higher frequency than you could have gotten away with a few years ago.
Yeah. It's very much like working out. You just have to go do it every day. You have to write that awesome blog post every day. I mean, with the help of AI, I can write blog posts every day. If I didn't have that, then it would probably take me 4 or 5 days to write a blog post. I'm a pretty slow writer.
All right, good question though. An unexpected result of you moving the classes is that now I want to go through them from the start and refresh your business.
Thank you.
Lovely.
That's awesome.
I've been refreshing my website right now. It's a lot of work.
YouTube by number, not yet. Our channels probably have to get a little bit bigger to talk about YouTube. Although we do enjoy doing YouTube, it's faster.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that goal out loud yet, but once we get to 100,000 subscribers, I think YouTube by number would be a fantastic addition.
That'd be a fun one to do.
Ooh, yes. I don't remember what the link is right now, but if you email friends@freedombynumber.com,
we'll get you the link right after this.
For sure.
Yeah, they are available.
Yay, ThriveCart Pro. It's a...
Yay, I created a table in Canva yesterday.
And the angels rejoice.
Wasn't it awesome? You're like, yes, finally. Oh.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that. The kids' art. Yeah, blow it up really big.
All right, cool.
I like that.
More studio. I'm biased here. Studio feedback. If this is your office, I think it would look very bright with some sailboat. See pictures? I do like my jet ski.
Open space. Those are calming because of the blue, green water and blue skies. I like that.
Maybe get some artwork up around here.
We'll figure out something.
Yeah.
We wanted to go live and not stress. Maybe next week it's going to look way better. Naming conventions.
How YouTube video, how not to name your software as a service. Pro plus standard affiliate. Ooh, great question.
Oh, that's fun.
To an extent. They know when we work on the computer, we're not just like playing a video game. Because right now they have their iPads and we don't give them very much iPad time at all anymore. And for them it's a game, but they understand we're creating websites.
Yeah, that's what she says. She's like, oh, mommy and daddy are creating websites.
Yeah.
That's what we do. Yeah, which is kind of what we do.
And our second baby is, she loves baking. And we're now watching the great baking shows and all that stuff. And I need to refresh some of my e-commerce tutorials anyways. So I'm going to build her a little baking website where she can do little make-to-order things. I'm so excited.
This week we've made cupcakes. And I gave them free reign on all the sprinkles. And they used the entire container of all the sprinkles. And I'm like, next time I'm going to limit that. So we made cupcakes. We made banana nut bread muffins and
delicious
bread because we had too many bananas. So Costco works on Instacart. You can order Costco stuff through Instacart. So I ordered 6 bananas. I'm like, yeah, 6 bananas is good. They go ripe fast, so 6 is pretty good.
She paid no attention to the unit of measurement there. 6 what?
So we got 6 bundles of bananas. So we probably got like 60 bananas.
It looked like Donkey Kong in our house.
We just had this whole big box. I have it on here. And then we had to make banana bread and all that.
And while she's finding that picture, of course she decides to get into baking the week that I decided to go 0 carb. And I'm sitting there like, I'm looking at a plate of beef and there's banana nut muffins right there. So that diet lasted all of about 48 hours.
First, here's the sprinkles. Where's the camera there?
Get it in there. I think it's hide my face. Hide my face.
Oh,
it
cool.
It prioritizes the faces.
Oh, cool. Okay, so
face.
there's the sprinkles, and I need to get the banana. I wonder if you can like search for banana.
We're having so much fun. I hope you guys are enjoying this.
Here it
just
is. I
being
found
goofy.
it. Look at all the bananas we got. Yeah, that was a lot of bananas.
It's nuts.
How did this come from? This question?
Baking.
Baking. Yeah. So we've had a lot of fun.
That was a rant. I like it. Ventures for Kansas. Also miss on the new platforms when you're looking at all the courses in your school. It doesn't show which are completed.
It doesn't? It's on the 25.
I will send that feedback into them.
Okay. Let's go check as a student, because as a creator I can see it, but not as a student.
Yeah.
Okay. I love the feedback. This is good. Awesome.
That's good. Yeah, that was important for us, and I made a point of that in the video we did recently, where it was to add on ThriveCart gives you all the, like, let's say you had Teachable before, and to add on ThriveCart, it gives you a lot of benefits. You know, the affiliate program is better managed in ThriveCart. How they handle subscriptions is better. Upsells and downsells, all those things are better. But in order to even tack that on, you need to upgrade to the $100 per month plan on Teachable. And it's just like, come on, this is not.
We can't honestly recommend that to our students to pay for something that's $100 per month when we know there's something out there that's a one-time fee.
Yeah, and also we don't want to, even if we were doing that, we didn't really want to have to answer all the questions of, why do you teach this and then you do this? And we didn't want to be inconsistent in that way.
Just take the bath. Awesome.
How many opt-ins do you have? I'm having trouble deciding how many to make, and how to maximize increasing your list.
All right, so Riley, when I was starting, I created opt-ins almost every other day. I had a different opt-in idea, a different freebie that I can offer. And it was honestly just me testing out what my audience likes the most. Over the years, it's kind of been more focused on the opt-in goes into a funnel or into a product or into some kind of email sequence, right? So make sure you create the opt-in and it has a purpose. Don't just create opt-ins for opt-in's sake, because I did that for a while, but I was testing, which is okay. It's okay. But now we probably have about 10 to 20 opt-ins. That's enough to manage.
Something just fell off the ceiling. I tried to put some of those sound blockers on the ceiling, and I did not use the proper glue.
And now they're falling off the ceiling slowly.
Keeps you awake. All right, good question from Angela. Are you still... the fun question from Angela. Are you still buying an RV? Your blog's about RVing. We'd love to interview... Oh, you're welcome to interview us on the one experience we had, but no, we swung the different direction.
I would love to. I want to do the RV thing. I want to go travel and just get out of here. But John's more of a homebody. So
You're making this on me.
We're trying the homebody version now, which is fine. The kids are still a little small. Traveling with them is a little hectic. So maybe in a little bit we can do it. I'm still the one. I'm like, okay, we're going to do our Georgia trip, right? We're going to do our Georgia fall trip. And John's like, I'm like, I want to go.
I'll be on the lake.
I'm definitely more of the homebody. That's okay. We'll get there.
We're both the homebody, I think is what she's really saying.
Yeah, no, you. Sorry, I misspoke.
How do you even find out when people are stealing your content? Oh, I do a lot of work in your blog. Yeah.
My students email me most of the time. They let me know about it if people are stealing content. I did once. Oh man, I was livid. I was on Pinterest and I saw somebody almost verbatim steal my freebie, and she changed just the title of it slightly, but all the content was still the same, and she changed the color scheme a little bit. I was livid. I emailed her a very strong email, and she took it down. And then I checked other blog posts and they were similar. And then I emailed her again and she took them down. It's just, those people aren't going to get very far if they keep copying other people. They have no original ideas. It's just not smart at all. So she took the blog post down and I kept an eye on it, but it happens.
Yeah. One piece of advice would be just be careful how you respond to it. Because let's say, for example, let's say you find the contact form or whatever, and you rant, you rip into this person. Not that we've not done this, but I'm just saying, this could happen. If you rip into that person and you put it in writing, what could happen? What's the best that can happen? They're going to take the thing down. Okay, cool. What's the worst that can happen? They're going to take that message and they're obviously somebody who's going to stoop to lower levels, right? So they're going to be the type of person who's going to post on social media, look what this person did, and defame you.
Yeah.
And actually,
try to be professional.
Just keep your image in mind and treat others the way you'd like to be treated, and hope they will do the same. But again, like earlier, don't stress out too much about it.
A lot of comments.
Yeah, I know, that's fun. What time is it? Okay, we can go for a few more minutes.
Okay.
How long can we still access Teachable? Great question. Not all your teachers are on ThriveCart yet, like Masterclass document. They should be.
No, not all.
Yeah, but I moved Masterclasses over.
You did? Okay.
So, all right. If you are missing some courses, well, the short answer is you have access to Teachable forever. Again, I keep referencing that video, but
a big video.
It was like our last couple months. They have a free plan, which is fantastic. So if you're on Teachable and you're thinking about making this move, you don't want to have to kill it, you should be able to downgrade your plan from whatever you're at to the free version, not enroll any new students, but then keep student access to what they already have. So that is a fantastic benefit. So that being said, also, if you're in ThriveCart but you prefer the look of Teachable for now, or if you're midway through a course in Teachable, please finish it where you started it. Don't feel like you have to go and start over from scratch or whatever. Just know that when we update courses, we're going to update them in the ThriveCart Learn platform.
Definitely. Thank you. Peace and blessings. That's very sweet. Thank you. Others may steal.
Boom. I like that.
Like improve your sport, personal through lives not plays. Thank you, Joe. Very
totally correct. Jack Johnson, love your music.
Is not working for course by number. Let's double check. Let me go. Yeah. I'm gonna check it. You go to questions.
I'm so confused on using alt text, meta descriptions, and just the basic structure of setting up the blog posts. Do the updates address these issues? I think that should be in there. That should be in the course. I don't know which lesson right off the top of my head, but that would be when we're creating the blog post and the content. But as like a just high level, what is alt text? Like the definition of alt text is basically it's alternative. Yeah. So it's let's say you have an image.
It's $100 off course by number.
Bye.
Let me see. Studio. Yeah, it worked.
Okay. Should work. Maybe clear.
I can see it.
Oh, hey-o.
Get your face away.
Yeah, you get your face away.
Oh. How? Where? I can't get it. You can see it. Okay, well, hopefully, it's it.
So this camera is so cool. We're using the Sony...
Hide your face. Where are you hiding?
We're using the Sony ZV-1. It has the best facial recognition. Like, it'll, like, zoom in on you. Although,
there you go. Go. We have a face. There you go. Studio. Okay, it worked. It worked on the checkout page. Yeah.
You can hit refresh or something. It should be okay. All right, alt text. It's basically kind of like accessibility. If you're blind and you're going through a page, when the reader, the way it works, like it reads the entire blog post, when it gets to that image without an alt text, the program will never know what to tell the reader what that image is of. So alt text is where you can help describe it for those who can't see the image. It's also a good place to kind of put in the keyword of what the article is. But we go into way more detail in the course. And meta descriptions is similar. It's information you're giving for search engines and things like that.
We have different emails. Well, we have a VA. We have 2 VAs that help us a lot with emails. And if there's anything that they can't answer, they'll assign those tickets to us. It is a lot of work to stay on top of emails. But it's worth it. I like engaging with my students and understanding, like, if something comes, if an email is assigned to me, then I know, okay, should I go update a course? If there's something wrong with the program, is there a funnel broken? Or it keeps us updated on what's going on in the business.
I think time blocking as well. Like, we oftentimes, if we don't have an exact plan of what we're going to do that day, our default will be to go in the email inbox and just spend the day in there.
Hence the tracker that we need now.
So if you are struggling with that, like, time management, all the emails, try to set a time. Like, hey, I'm not going to do any more than 1 hour per day on emails, and see if you can get it done in that time. And if you can't, I would not say to take away from your content creation or whatever your serving method is. That might be the time to hire in some help to make sure that you can spend an hour a day on it.
What's worked for me is because my default is let me just go my emails and I'll just see what I have to do based on what people are emailing me, is I have to create some piece of content. I have to do something productive of pushing the business forward and helping all the other students, and then I can do emails. So I have to check box first of, did I create a video? Did I create a blog post? Did I email my list? Okay, now I can go in the inbox.
Yeah. Riley says she's growing slow because 2 kids and 2 kids 2 and under, and in grad school. Girl, you're busy. But I am so proud of how much I've been growing lately. Oh, that's great. Just the one piece of advice is I would give you in that situation is please don't try to do it all. Pick one traffic source, pick like one offer. Don't try to just be everywhere because you'll never break in. Pick one spot that gives you energy and is something that your audience likes to consume. Like if you like going live, like we are here, do that and focus in. Or blogging, do that. So just keep your hours very sacred. Ooh, Code Seeker. I'll grab this one. Why is letting a machine write the majority of each blog post not dishonest and fake? So, in other words, how isn't that dishonest? Like, isn't that bad to let? And so, what he's asking about is Jasper's AI, where it has a button that says compose, and it'll take context of whatever you've written so far, and it'll start writing. So, here's what I'd say to that. And you are it's like you're managing a company, right? And you're the boss. You're gonna have people working. But the people without any oversight, without having a manager make sure they're doing things the right way, they can start going off on a tangent, and it can do way more harm than good. In the same way, even though Jasper has read a lot of the internet and all these fun stats about how it works, if you're not, it's not going to fact check itself. It's not going to make sure that the article is going to flow properly.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily going to write in your voice. And if he does just put out random factoids and tidbits that actually don't serve any good or like aren't helpful, Google is not going to know that's plagiarism. They're never going to catch it as like plagiarism or anything like that. But it could say, hey, this is trash content, and I'm going to actually penalize the entire website because of misusing that stuff. I'm not saying that to scare anybody away from using it, but what it is it's like a perpetual fire you can put onto your content creation and then put you into that role of lead editor, chief publisher, but you have a staff writer helping you out. So it's not dishonest. What is writing is assembling information and putting it together, and this helps the assembly process.
Yeah, it's like having a VA write for you, but you still have to go check their work. I mean, you're publishing this on your website, you're taking ownership of it. So Jasper is our virtual assistant that helps us write. And if you go through the lessons where we teach how to use Jasper, it's more of a dance. It's not like, here's my content, you go write it for me and then push it back. It's you give some content, Jasper gives content, and helps you continuously stay in the flow of creating really awesome blog posts. But yes, you have to double check before you hit publish on anything on your website.
Yep. Jack has a really important feedback. If you freeze bananas, you can make a nice cream with them. I like it.
Thank you, Jack.
It's very helpful.
Definitely have to go freeze those extra ones.
Accounting software. I revert back. We personally use QuickBooks. We have an accountant that helps us, but before having the accountant, we use QuickBooks, and I did it myself. I don't think accounting software for bloggers really matters, because at the end of the day, you're not submitting your stuff to a blogger, you're submitting it to the IRS. So I on stuff like that, I'm not going to skimp out and get a lifetime deal. I'm going to go and use the right tool for the job. All right, more banana comments. I love this.
I know. Told you there's just too many bananas. This is great. Alrighty. Somebody wants your YouTube channel.
Okay. If you go to unbeatabletech.com/YouTube, that will send you over to it. Or if you search, I think John Whitford on YouTube, that'll show up at this point as well.
Yeah.
No.
Can someone put the link to John's YouTube, please? Can you get the link somewhere?
Yeah, I just don't want to break anything. How do I should be able to post a chat here.
Do you want me to do it? No, I probably can't do it because then it won't show up as a link.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We're in setup. What's this?
What's that? Is that chat? Or are you who are you chatting with? What's that chat? Why can't you leave a chat?
Sorry, I'm struggling.
Maybe it's at the bottom.
Maybe.
No. How do we engage with these people?
You would think that would be built in here somewhere.
Right. Just leave a comment. Maybe a link. Maybe I go in that window again.
We can do an overlay.
Yeah, do an overlay.
Why don't you take another question while I figure this out?
Okay. Well, let me. Oh, you can't. We can both use the mouse at the same time.
You can read. Sorry, that was mean. I didn't mean it like that. Just like the comments are right there.
Spending time with us. Oh, we like spending time with you guys. Okay, Angela is saying your audio and video is awesome. What equipment do you guys use? Eventually, I want to include YouTube with my blog, and I have no clue about equipment. I love writing, so that it might be a while.
We're using equipment we don't know how to use yet. We can't write a comment.
Well, there's this little black box that's supposed to be a projector, but now I'm just staring into this black box here in front of us. John says to look right there, so I look at it. There's 2 ring lights. I'm going to give you the equipment of John's using. There's a ringlet and a ring light, and then there's a fuzzy cat hanging here. Well,
don't touch it.
Don't
touch the kitten.
But it's this fuzzy thing. It's probably good for the sound. And then there's a ton of wires.
Maybe I should take this question.
And then there's this thing, which this is a mouse. This is John's mouse. That's
the cat. That's the mouse.
It's all you, baby.
So we're using a camera. We don't. On my setup, I'm using a Sony, the little point and shoot camera that plugs into the computer. We're using a Mac on this one. Everything Susie uses, I use the opposite on my setup. It basically works.
Yeah, you'll probably do a tour, YouTube tour of your studio.
Once this is done.
Yeah. Thank you. Awesome question.
I'm going to click the wrong button if I try to put an overlay up
Yeah.
right now, so I'm not going to do that.
Okay, we're on Michael here.
All right, cool. Michael, buddy, how do you generate leads for your courses? What's the best organic approach?
I blog, and I get leads that way. So it's a lot through organic SEO traffic, some through YouTube, not so much social media. It stresses me out. Don't love social media. And then what else do we do?
Yeah, so on the organic side, you pick either the written word, the spoken word, or video. And you pick one and you go with it. And then I guess live content is like one added on top of that. So we, at this point, are kind of dabbling in all of them because we have kind of a foundation built up on them. But if you aren't getting consistent like results from one mode, pick one that gives you energy and go into that one. I think you can try to over optimize everything, but if you use the optimal method, which you don't like to do and you're not good at, you're not going to get success and results from it.
So if John were to turn into a blogger, he would burn out. If I were to turn into a podcaster, I would burn out.
Just launched a new blog yesterday.
But like, you don't blog as much. You're way more into interviewing people and like engaging. And I'm just like, I just want to hide behind my computer and just write blog posts because it's easier for me.
Yeah. And then once you have something going and you have a funnel that is converting, we do highly recommend still, and it's 2022 and it's like getting long in the tooth, but Facebook ads are still giving us results. And so, yeah, organic is great.
Amazing at them.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, you really don't like showcase your superpowers, but you're awesome at them.
Gosh.
All right.
I think we're at the end
of it.
Awesome.
This is great. This is good. I'm good. I'm done.
Awesome.
I'm ready for my nap.
Ready for a nap and just copy and all right, cool. I think we're good, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We have 44 people still here live.
We really appreciate it. If you are just joining now, woohoo! Or if you forgot about the coupon code, I'm the promotional one. So guys, Studio STUDIO works for course by number and blog by number for 25% off for the next day. So we're just announcing it here to you guys who are showing up. So we really appreciate it. I know it's Friday afternoon, so thank you guys for spending some time with us.
Yeah, thank you so much. And as Pamela correctly suggests, it's nap time. So
nap time, it's Friday.
I'm going to tinker around here a little bit longer, but Susie's going to go lay down.
Yeah.
Enjoyed our chat. Let us know, I guess, after the live.
Yeah.
Do you like this? Do you want us to kind of sit here and have a chat with you on, I don't know, one day of the week?
Yeah, just give you updates of what we've done.
Yeah, we've missed doing this. We want to get back out there and just thank you guys for spending some time with us on your precious day. Have a wonderful weekend. Now, what button do I push? What button do I
finish?
I know. I just like.
Did you push it?
I'm stressed out. End broadcast.